The Bourne series is one of the sort of best action sort of series that we've seen in the last sort of decade. So now we have a new one, the Bourne Legacy. Now this one is basically a spin-off from the Bourne series and kind of takes place during the events of Ultimatum. It also has a new main protagonist and is quite different from all the other sort of Bourne series that came before it. Let me kind of start off with what's sort of good about this film, and that the main protagonist, Jeremy Renner, is really good in this film. Like, he's different from Jason Bourne. You know, he takes these sort of pills and it sort of enhances his sort of ability. I don't know what it kind of basically enhances or whatever, but he needs to kind of like sort of take them in order maybe to survive. And Edward Norton is in it, and he's actually really good in the film. Like, this guy can bring it like nearly sort of any film that he does, and he is such a good solid actor. And the last, I'd say the third act is really good, like really sort of intense, and you're kind of like really in it, and this is kind of what you've been sort of hoping to see for this new film. And the reason I'm saying that is because this film is so boring and nothing basically happens throughout the whole film. Like, this film is about a standard like about two hours and what, 15 minutes or half an hour long, and there's a lot of dialogue, and the dialogue isn't really that good. In fact, I went and saw this like early in the morning and I could have fell asleep throughout the whole film. Like, that film is just so boring. I mean, it's totally like a bait and switch to what we were expecting from a Bourne film, especially from the Bourne series. And I just wish they put a bit more sort of effort and a bit more action into it. And you're probably sort of saying, oh, but what about The Dark Knight? That basically didn't have a lot of stuff, but it had a lot of good intense stuff to keep you busy. This just doesn't. I mean, there's a couple of like here and there's throughout the film, but it's just boring as hell. And I don't think it's the actor's fault or the director's fault. Basically the script, and I think the script could have been done a lot better. So to give my sort of rating for the film, I'm going to give it a very low, like 4.5 out of 10. This is probably the lowest rating of the Bourne series. It's certainly the weakest, but if you're a Bourne fan, you probably are going to go and see it, and if you're not, you're just going to be like, what the hell is this?